Hello, friends and family. I hope this works. I think the first couple of minutes is going to be me asking you if you can hear me and if everything looks correct. I can say that it took me a little while to figure out how to not make the image reversed. So the first thing I want to know is if this looks correct. This should look correct, right? Not backwards. All right. Let's see if anybody's here. There's one person. Hello. One person, two people. Welcome everybody that's tuning in. Give you a few minutes. I guess I'm not even supposed to be here in the first minute or something. I don't know. Yeah. I was kind of wondering what compels me to do things like this sometimes, but I think this is going to be fun. Welcome. I thought a fun thing would be if everyone that joins wants to write where they are, what city, because that would be interesting to. Hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone is feeling well, and I'm gonna do some songs for you for an hour here from 9 p.m. Stockholm time to 10 p.m. So I guess that's 3 to 4 on the East Coast, and then I thought maybe between the songs I'll check the messages and say hi. I guess we could do that now also. You can hear how long I've been in Swedish because I say nu instead of now. Where is this video? I have it going from my phone there and from the I have the computer screen here. This is going to be really, really interesting. Okay, there is the video here. Låter bra. Tack, Amanda. Tjenare. All right, vad kul. This is going to be fun. So I guess we'll get straight to it. The first song. First of all, maybe I should just say this is not my home. The room I'm in is actually Waldorf School, a sister school to the one that I work at, Christopher Skolan. So I want to say thank you to Christopher Skolan for letting me be here. It's an amazing room. There's some natural reverb in here, and a really nice thing in Sweden is that the schools are free, even if it's a private school, kind of like a charter school, I guess. But so it's nice. Anybody can go to this Waldorf school, and it's really state of the art at the school. So I want to make sure you can see the guitar too. All right. And the first song I wanted to do for you is called "Let's Be," and it's a song. I was having this idea about how most people are in quarantine right now or self-isolation, and that can be pretty boring and dreary, and I'm sure a lot of people feel like they're prisoners in their own home. But I was thinking that if we could think of it that we're all in this together, maybe we won't feel so alone or isolated, and also that we're on. Actually, I looked up the word quarantine, and apparently it comes from an old Venetian word, quarantine, I think, which was 40 days. The ships during the Black Plague, the ships coming into Venice had to wait for 40 days because the life of the plague virus was 37 days apparently. So that was a good estimate to see if people were safe to come off the boat. So, and I thought we're kind of like all on this spaceship called Telis, the Earth, together. So this first song is called "Let's Be," and the lyrics are "Let's be free." And so feel free to sing along with me. I want to hear you nice and loud. Here it goes. Let's be free. I'll be me, you be you. Don't be blue, it'll all go through. Just do what you must do. Let's stay true. It's never been a question I'm not asking. The answer's always been right there in front. It's never been a question of not knowing. It's just without the voice that says we're right. We're right. We're right. So hate and anger cease. Tell the rabbi to the priest we're gonna rise like yeast. Let's live peace. Let's be. Let's be free. Let's just be. Time. Let's be free. Thank you. All right, welcome to this online concert. This is very interesting. I don't hear you. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for being here. I'm just going to see if I can update my screen over here so I can have a little bit of interaction with you all. I also have my contacts in, which makes it difficult. Hey, Shiana. Hello from Turkey. Fatos. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that if you have the possibility, please write what city you're in. That would be so fun. I think it would be fun for everyone else to see where everyone else is. Oh God, it's too many things. Oh great. Well, Christopher, we'll do some Robert Burns for you. I'm gonna mostly sing my own songs. That was one of my own songs. And the next one is also an original, but I will do a couple of covers too. Kind of obscure covers. So the next one is very autobiographical. If you didn't know, I live in Stockholm, Sweden, in Northern Europe, obviously. And so this next song is very autobiographical because it's called I Live in Europe. And it goes like this. And I want to dedicate this to Mom and Dad who are in Rhode Island, in Newport. I hope you're able to hear this. Mom gave up Facebook for a while, but she's making an exception today. It goes like this. Dear Mom and Dad, I live in Europe now. I met a girl in Spain and now I think I'm gonna stay. Dear Mom and Dad, I live in Europe now. I met a girl in Spain and now I think I'm gonna stay. And now I talk in centimeters, Celsius, and kilometers, constitutional monarchies, free healthcare, social security, higher taxes, but then again, you get a lot for paying them. Less dog-eat-dog mentality, it's another kind of reality. Chère maman et papa, maintenant j'habite en Europe. J'ai rencontré une fille en Espagne. Maintenant, je crois qu'il est resté ici. J'habite en Suède, donc pourquoi est-ce que je parle français? Je sais pas. I actually don't know what that means. I just learned it for this song. And now I talk in centimeters Celsius and kilometers. Constitutional monarchies, free healthcare, social security, higher taxes, but then again you get a lot for paying them. Less dog-eat-dog mentality. It's another kind of reality. Everybody, dear mom and dad, I live in Europe now. I met a girl in Spain and now I think I'm gonna stay. Merci beaucoup. Oh yeah. Moving right along. By the way, the taxes are not so much higher. It's mostly higher for the rich. I still pay 30%, which is, I think, what I would be paying in the U.S. It's just divided up a little bit more evenly. Not as much on the military. But anyway. We're moving along. The next song is called Qualified, and I know that last one was a little bit political. This one is a little bit more personal, but at the same time, I guess a little political because I wanted to tell my Trump story real quick. I'm not proud of the fact that I met him, but I did meet Trump when I was 18. I was living in New York, and I'm sure some of you have heard the story before. And I was walking past the Trump Tower, and he just happened to come out. I wasn't stalking him. He just happened to come out, and he was on his way to the limo. And in those days, he was always wearing his white Michael Jackson gloves, as I call them. And at that time, if I saw a celebrity, it didn't matter who it was, I wanted to shake their hand. And so I asked if I could shake his hand. And he saw me coming towards him, and his security guard said, no, don't come any closer. And I said, well, I just want to shake his hand. And Trump looked at me and he said, how are you? As he got into his limo. And I remember thinking, he seems like a real bullshit artist, which is what he is. Meaning that he knows what he's doing. So this song is vaguely related to that. It's because at that time I was thinking, well, if I don't have a suit and look a certain way, maybe people won't take me seriously, or at least have a job. I did have a job, but I still didn't feel like my opinions were worth anything. And then, well, anyway, I'm just going to play. I know the problem with not having a live audience right here is that no one can tell me to shut up. So moving right along. This is called Qualified. And welcome to people just joining in. I got a job, a wife and a baby at home. I got a pretty nice life and a place of my own. I pay the bills, I drive and I know how to cook. Play golf with the club and I fish with a hook. Am I qualified? Am I qualified? Am I qualified to say that war is a racket and just give peace a chance? Come on. Ain't got no job, I stink, I live under a bridge. I hit some pretty hard times, got no real place to live. I have a debt, I smoke and I drink too much. I got no teeth when I smile and I walk with a crutch. Am I qualified? Am I qualified? Am I qualified to say that one man's greed makes another man bleed? want you to be just like them, as far as I can see. But no one's got any better credentials. I'm as qualified as can be. I'm as qualified as can be. I'm as qualified as can be. I am young, so young, only 1 year old. I'm just a baby going crazy from the hunger and cold. I got no voice, got no choice, I just do what I'm told. If you look and I start crying, it means you're too damn old. Am I qualified? Am I qualified? Am I qualified to say just respect me? I serve humanity. They don't want you to be just like them, as far as my eyes can see. But no one's got any better credentials. I'm as qualified as can be. I'm as qualified as can be. I'm as qualified as can be. I am old, I'm sick, I lie in bed all day. I got no appetite, and I'm too tired to pray. My friends are dead, I'm not, I just got to survive. The faith I got in myself is what keeps me alive. Am I qualified? Am I qualified? Am I qualified to say just take it from me? It's your mind you must free. They all want you to be just like them, as far as anyone can see. But no one's got any better credentials. I'm as qualified as can be. I'm as qualified as can be. I'm as qualified as can be. They all want you to be just like them, as far as I can see. But no one's got any better credentials. I'm as qualified as can be. Can't you see? I'm as qualified as can be. Can't you see? I'm as qualified as can be. Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel like I should read some comments so we can be a little bit interactive here. I'm just wondering what's the best way of doing this. I don't even know where all the comments are. I'll have to read them later. I just want to say thank you, I love you, and thanks for being here. This is interesting. I think I need some water. Skål. Skål. Cheers. L'chaim. Sláinte. To any Irish people out there. So this is fun. I think it would be fun to maybe have some kind of Zoom thing next time, so I can actually hear your voices and have a chat. So the next song, I don't know how many of you have kids out there that like Fortnite, but my advice is to not let them start everything in moderation, right? I know you you thought I was going to say something else, but one of my children, we were talking about Fortnite the other day, and they like to do these hacks, you know, where you look up a glitch in the system. There's people out there posting different glitches in this system. And he found a hack to basically be invincible. And I said, was that fun? And he said, no, it wasn't fun. And so, you know, with so many people around us dying, it's hard not to think about death. I think as soon as we humans are aware of death, it's always there in the back of the mind. And of course, nobody wants to die, but we all know that we must die one day. And so I just wrote this song a while ago. I have a country album, which I hope to complete one day. American folk country, not country western, but... so it's a very simple idea, and I hope it puts some nice perspective on life and the inevitable. Because if we didn't have death, there would be no life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. If I die a little too early, just promise you won't cry too much for me. 'Cause I'll be with you just as much as now. The love you feel is the love that you allow. The more you have, the more you hate to see it go. But my love for you, I know it has to grow. And you know I don't like to see you feeling sad. I do anything just to keep you feeling glad. Yet if I die, well, that don't bother me. I know it's hard to hear, that's why I chose a major key. Now don't get down, but give it a second thought. There's no real point, it's just a lesson to be taught. That accepting death as much as loving life. I know it sounds cliche, thank God you're on my way. The more you have, the more you hate to see it go. Whoa, whoa, but my love for you, I know it has to grow. And you know I don't like to see you feeling sad. I do anything just to keep you feeling glad. Yet if I die, well, that don't bother me. I know it's hard to hear, that's why I chose a major key. If I die a little too early, just promise you won't cry too much for me. 'Cause I'll be with you just as much as now. The love you feel is the love that you allow. The love you feel is the love that you allow. The love you feel is the love that you allow. Thank you. I just wanted to show you, before I go on, I might play the harp later, and there's a piano here. So I thought I'd do one more song with the guitar, and then I'm going to go over to the piano, and then maybe the harp. But I'm not going to harp on about that. Oh! I usually say there's danger in being both a dad and a music teacher. It's a bad combination for dad jokes and the music teacher jokes. So something I do every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, maybe I should do it more often, is translate songs from Swedish into English. And I've only really done 3 or 4 of them at this point, but I don't know, maybe I'll do some more one day. This is one of the first Swedish songs I heard, and one of my favorite is Keop's Pyramid by Mikael Wiehe, when he was in a band called Hula Bandula Band. And it's a kind of parable, you could say, about the pyramid structure in society. And in case you didn't know what a pyramid looks like. And the bridge is very biblical. And I thought that suits well with, we just had Pesach, Passover, and Easter. So happy Easter and happy Passover. And in 10 days is Ramadan. So, and to the Buddhists out there, happy continuation. So this song is Keop's Pyramid in English and in reggae. I am one of many slaving at King Keop's pyramid. It is we who haul the stones and mix the mortar. We sweat and break our backs under the sun, under the whip. And I pity he who doesn't follow orders. For once you have arrived, you may not come out alive. No end in sight, the work is never done. Yet they say the king's a child of his son. Behind 15 bolts of solid steel and 15 double locks sits wealth itself upon the throne of power. Here there's nothing that can threaten, here there's nothing that disturbs. Here faces never smile, only glower. And if someone has to die or be beaten for life, here they never hear the howls of distress. To the pharaoh, what's a slave, one more or less. But when the night becomes long, that's when we strike up a song, so that our rulers can hear us in the wind of a people once upon a time who had the desire to climb a tower high enough to reach the heavens. But the higher they came, the farther that it became between the ones who lived on top and below. And if I may reach up so tall that those down low and those up high could no longer understand each other. And then the tower came down and crumbled. So it seems as though in every age and in each and every land, pyramids are built by men upon the soil, where the lucky few they sit on top, power in the masses at the bottom rung and toil. But if they who in command never wish to understand, and despise instead the ones who give them food, then the pyramid will one day be their tomb. Something like that. Cheops Pyramid in English. All right. I hope you're well. I'm gonna take one more sip of water here. I drove here, so I guess it's no wine, but that's probably just as well. All right, I'm gonna try to angle this so that you can see the piano. Yeah. The set list. It's a little bit hard to see what's happening here. Something like that? Like that? I think that's as much as you're gonna see. Alright. So, this is a song I wrote for my wife called Apple of My Eye. I'm not sure if you're watching or putting the kids to bed, but I know that you will hear this. And this is called Apple of My Eye. It goes like this. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe you came into my life. Sorry, let me try that one more time. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe you came into my life. Help me find my purpose. Still my dark and show me the light. It's a wonder I know you. It's a wonder I made it on that plane. It's a wonder I saw you all those years ago in Spain. Life ain't always easy, no, that's natural. Everybody needs some help sometimes, that's a factual, yeah. So if you ever need me, babe, you know you're not alone. Just call my name and say it loud, and I'll come running home. You're my love, you're my queen, you're my everything. You're my best friend and my pride. You're the apple of my eye. Apple of my eye. You're my love, you're my queen, you're my everything. You're my angel and my pride. Honey, you're the apple of my eye. Apple of my eye. Apple of my eye. By the way, these songs are on, most of them are on Spotify. Actually, only like half of them. But otherwise, YouTube. And hopefully more on Spotify. And you can hear them at www.diipak.org. And if you're able to come into this video, then I think you know how to spell Diipak. The next song is a song I've only performed once publicly, I think, and I kind of rediscovered these lyrics literally in the attic the other night, or in the storage space. And it's a dark song. We're gonna go to the darkness now. It's about the death sentence, and it's one of the things that is most shameful about the U.S. and any country that has the death sentence. But I'm very proud that we're actually going in the right direction, such as my home state of Connecticut. Chris Murphy, good job getting rid of the death sentence. Our senator there, he's very good. So this was actually, I'm not going to say so much more about it. I'm just going to play it. But like I said, it's quite dark. But maybe we need to think about those things sometimes. Like it or not, here it comes. Okay, it goes like this. Your best friend's life was completely erased, so you want the killer dead. Well, isn't that a waste? You say tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. If that's the case, the executioner should die. Why do people kill? Cause people got problems, but we never want to face the truth of that logic. What's the meaning of repentance if all you see is vengeance? Whoa, the death sentence got to end this. It don't reduce crime, it costs money and time. It's cruel and unusual, but all too usual. Kills the innocent, every religion condemns it. We're the only quote civilized country to use it. The only thing that does is satisfy those with vengeance. Can't you see how senseless, relentless is this sentence? It's systematic and racist. How is it racist? Just go to death row and take a look at the faces. How could this be? There's no more slavery. Just look how they live. Black people should be happy, but we don't know we can to keep them in the place by going to the suburbs and buying up the real estate. No wonder we got ghettos. It feels separated. It's the white supremacist blueprint to keep us segregated. Most of the time, the killer is sick, but the government itself will always be sickest. They give you a trial, then they put you in lockdown. Then it's each man for himself, and you're bound to get knocked down all day long in a tiny white cell. For how many years? No one could really tell. Then they set up a day, the day you're gonna die. Then let's think about your fate and watch time tick by. All the hope is gone, so you try to meditate, but you're going insane, cause you know you're innocent, but it's all too late. No money for a lawyer, no chance to escape. This shit is really torture. Then one day a glimmer of hope shines. Someone says you got an appeal, you're gonna survive, but that hope soon fades as the whole thing shatters and you're back in your cell where nothing really matters. The death sentence got to end this. It don't reduce crime, it costs money and time. It's cruel and unusual, but all too usual. Kills the innocent, every religion condemns it. We're the only cool civilized country to use it. The only thing that does is satisfy those with vengeance. Can't you see how senseless, relentless is this sentence? Soon doomsday comes, your day of doom. So they put you in an observation room, like a cow in a kennel waiting to get slaughtered. Except you know what's coming, and so does your daughter. Only hope alive is your own suicide. But they're watching you from every damn side. When they lead you to a room, the priest is there who wants you to confess and say you deserve this. Then they strap you down to a cross-shaped table like a sick joke. You were always a believer in Jesus Christ. I thought he died for our sins. Looks like we gotta die again and again and again. Then they come with needles like you're in a hospital, but these doctors are like doctors that only wanna hurt you. Oh Lord, mercy, mercy, my life is gonna end. Just be good to me and let me go to heaven. Victims' family on the left as a goddamn witness, and all you can think is that no one deserves this. The death sentence got to end this. It don't reduce crime, it costs money and time. It's cruel and unusual, but all too usual. Kills the innocent, every religion condemns it. We're the only cool civilized country to use it. The only thing that does is satisfy those with vengeance. Can't you see how senseless, relentless is this sentence? Yeah. How many viewers did I lose? No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I thought I'd cheer things up a little bit with a song with at least a uplifting refrain, chorus. It's called "Keep on Singing." The beginning sounds a little depressing, but it gets later. Each day we get a little closer to the end, but honestly, who wants to go back to the beginning? So I guess I'll just hang out here in the now, and the only thing left is to keep on singing. Keep on singing, keep on singing. When the world gets dark and all you feel up and even longer coming down. Takes a lot to smile and even less to frown. We've got one life to laugh and work and pray. As far as anyone here I know can say, keep on singing, keep on singing. When the world gets dark and all you feel is blue, keep on singing, keep on singing. There's a light that shines and it shines because of you. There's a light that shines and it shines because of you. There's a light that shines and it shines because of you. There's a light that shines and it shines because of you. There's a light that shines and it shines because of you. Yeah, something like that. How's everybody doing? Oh, I got a couple more viewers. Hello. I feel like it's too distracting to go back and forth between the comments, so I'm gonna do that another time. And I thought I'd lighten things up quite a bit. I promised I would entertain you, right? So I hope you're feeling entertained enough. But if not, then this is probably the most entertaining part when it comes to pure entertainment. I don't even know what that means. But someone I think was not just entertaining, but an incredibly universal artist. School. Universal artist. Everyone, well, most people couldn't appreciate Johnny Cash, I think. And like I said, universal music, there's something about his voice. And those of you who know me know I like to do impressions. And one of my favorite impressions is of Johnny Cash because, and you should know that this comes from a place of love, of course. Otherwise, there's no use in impersonating him. So it's really easy, and if you want to learn how to talk like Johnny Cash, it's very easy. All you have to do is talk and laugh at the same time, like that. And the funny thing is, if you want to learn how to sing like Johnny Cash, it's also easy because all you have to do is sing and laugh at the same time. Yeah. So anyway, but I was wondering if you ever heard of Ravi Cash. That was his cousin from India. Anyway, this is Talking Blues. Talking Blues isn't so common anymore. This is Talking Blues by Ravi Cash. It's about Gandhi. Let's see. I hope you can see the guitar too. Let's like that. Okay. Little song about civil disobedience. How does it start? God, I just drew a blank. Too much Johnny Cash. I would like to ask someone to remind me of the first line of the song, but there's no one here in the room, at least. Let me just think for a second. Oh yeah. War ain't pretty, I've heard it said. It's a terrible thing that leaves a lot of folks dead. To say you won is a big fat lie, so I'm placing all my bets on the dead guy. Works every time. Well, you can laugh all you want, but it really ain't funny, cause most wars are fought over stuff called money. Give it all to starving mouths in the world to feed. It's those dirty corporations that are full of greed. But there was one fella back in history. He had an idea, his name was Gandhi. He saw everything that war had done. Said to win a war, you don't need a gun. No, you don't. So he sat right down and said, listen to me, I ain't gonna eat till Indy's free. So for 40 days and 40 nights, he resisted his big old appetite. See, India, it wasn't free, cause it was an English colony. powers wouldn't let them be. They said you can't make salt from the great big sea. Well, Gandhi said, this just ain't right, and I won't use a gun, but I'm willing to fight. So forget what they say, follow me, cause we're gonna make salt from the great big sea. So we marched right down to the great big sea. Say, come on, folks, let's make history. And if we get arrested, it's not our fault. And besides, we're gonna make salt. Gandhi, charged him with making salt from the sea. When they questioned him at the police station, he pleaded guilty for freeing a nation. That's the short and skinny of it. So the next time you're angry, take a tip from the wise man Gandhi. To win a war, you don't need a gun, for he who thinks is he who has won. Here's another tip from my main man Gandhi. You don't need to go on a killing spree, but you just may have to make salt from the sea. I say, look out, folks, here comes Gandhi's non-violent philosophy. Goodbye greed, your history, and goodbye hate too. I say, look out, folks, here comes Gandhi's non-violent philosophy. Goodbye hate, your history. Goodbye war too. I say, look out, folks, here comes Gandhi's non-violent philosophy. Goodbye war, your history. Something like that. Yes. All right. Coming down to the last three songs. How's everybody doing? Where'd I get that accent from? I don't know, it's not mine. Just borrowing it. This next song is a song actually by the great 18th century poet Robert Burns. At least it was attributed to him because apparently he kind of took songs and improved them. But he wrote a lot of, most of the lyrics he wrote. I think he wrote the lyrics to this, but I think he borrowed the melody. And it's called Slave's Lament. And he was imagining what it must be like to be a slave that was taken from Senegal and forced to work forced to be a slave in Virginia. So I would like to dedicate this one to my brother Jonathan and his family who live in Virginia. Of course, they live in a much better time. And so anyway, this is Slave's Lament. It goes like this. It was in sweet Senegal that my foes did me enthrall, for the lands of Virginia, Virginia, torn from that lovely shore, and must never see it more. And alas, I am weary, weary, torn from that lovely shore, and must never see it more. And alas, I am weary, weary, all on that charming coast is no bitter snow or frost, like the lands of Virginia, Virginia. Their streams forever flow, and their flowers forever blow. And alas, I am weary, weary, oh. Their streams forever flow, and their flowers forever blow. And alas, I am weary, weary, oh. I must bear, while the cruel scourge I fear in the lands of Virginia, Virginia. And I think I'm friends most dear, with a bitter, bitter tear. And alas, I am weary, weary old. And I think I'm friends most dear, with a bitter, bitter tear. And alas, I am weary, weary old. And I think I'm friends most dear, with a bitter, bitter tear. And alas, I am weary, weary old. And alas, I am weary, weary old. And alas, I am weary, weary old. When I can't even remember why I started getting into Robert Burns, but it was sometime, that was the song that I had first heard by him, and I got curious about that song. But it took a long time before I realized that was him. And then I called up one of the few Scottish people I know, Christopher Hill, who's listening, I think, and my old colleague and friend. And I said, I was wondering how much do you know about Robert Burns? And he said, well, it's funny that you might ask that, because I just enrolled into a Robert Burns course in Glasgow. And that was a terrible Scottish accent. I apologize for that. So it's just kind of funny. I was like, that's funny. It's like, when you turn 40, do you just automatically get into Burns? And I don't even know what accent that was. But all right. Last two songs. If you know me, you know I'm a Dylan fan. And here's one of my standard Dylan songs. And if you play harmonica, then it's hard not to think about Dylan. But I play this one a little bit better than the last one. So I thought this is Forever Young. Dylan actually wrote this one for one of his unborn children. And but it's a very universal song, and I want to dedicate this one to my brother in Paris and his family. Jason, and I know that you do this song very nicely. I love your rendition of it too. And why don't I include my other brother in Las Vegas, even though he doesn't have Facebook and is not watching. And thanks again for listening. This has been fun. I'm very honored to be let into your living room today or tonight, whatever time it is tonight. Forever Young. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous, may you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to see if I can try to play the harp. I'm completely self-taught, but that's no excuse. And you should never apologize for art. Don't you know that? So here comes one more Burns, actually. See, I had all these Burns songs prepared for a gig when it was the Burns Supper, the 25th of January, and then one thing led to another, and well, I did play that one, and then I had another Burns gig, which also got canceled, and I'm sure anybody out there that is doing gigs knows that it's not a great time for that and business in general, but I do know some musicians getting some work on Fiverr, so I can recommend, even though I haven't tried it, you can do recording or different sessions or whatever for services for people, maybe lessons, online lessons. I should take a harp lesson. Yeah, this is a harp I bought on Marketplace, and this one I want to dedicate to my cousins in Kingston, New York, Francine and Sharon and their families, and Francine's husband Gary. I was visiting them. They live right by the Hudson River in Kingston, New York, and about 10 years ago. And Gary, Francine's husband, you have a harp smaller than this, and I was sitting out on the deck. It was a fall day, and I just loved the sound of it, and I had it against my chest like this, sitting on the deck, and suddenly a gust of wind came and started vibrating all the strings and resonating the strings, so that I could feel it in the warmth of the sun coming on me, but I didn't realize what was happening, so I thought I was being enlightened for about 3 seconds. Maybe I was, but anyway, ever since then I've really, really wanted a harp, and then last summer I bit the bullet and found this on Marketplace, and it's actually made in Pakistan, which is interesting to me, but so it's a Pakistani Irish harp, which goes together well with Robbie Cash and Robert Burns, I guess. Anyway, this Burns song is called "There'll Never Be Peace Until Till Jamie Comes Home." And one of the fascinating things about Burns is that he wrote a lot of his songs in dialect, in the local Scottish dialect that he spoke and that he heard. And so you don't have to, like I said, it's terrible for an American to do a bad Scottish accent, or for anybody to do a bad Scottish accent. But here I actually have an excuse to sing in dialect, which is kind of fun because it's built into the song. So, and this is actually probably not Robert Burns that wrote the song, because this is an old Jacobite song, and it's lamenting the fact that the King of Scotland, and he was actually the King of Ireland and England too, King James, was exiled to England at the time. Yeah, so the Scots were upset that he wasn't there. Anyway, I think it's a nice song anyway, and I'm going to try my best, because that's all I can do. It goes like this. And I just want to say, last thing I'm going to say before I forget, is that if you would like to donate money, there's a donation that you can read about, which is going to be helping doctors around the world to be able to communicate better during times like this. Something called the Tobias Tree Foundation. So check that out. And I might say one more thing about that before the end. By yon castle wall at the close of the day, I heard a man sing, though his head it was grey. And as he was singing, the
tune came. There'll never be peace till Jamie comes home. The church is in ruins, the state is in jars. Delusions, oppressions, and murderous wars. Though we dare not, we'll say what we can was to blame. There'll never be peace till Jamie comes home. Now my saving brought songs for Jamie drew sword, and now I greet round their green beds in the yard. It brought the sweetheart of my faithful old dame. There'll never be peace till Jamie comes home. Now life is a burden that's bowing me doom, since I tend my bairns and eating his croon. But till my last moments my words are the same. There'll never be peace till Jamie comes home.
That's how I end every song. All right, I know I said that was my last song, but usually this is the point where I say, are you sure you don't want another song? So I guess I'm going to end with one last song. And the most universal subject is love, so I'm going to do one more love song. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been really interesting. I'm gonna go in and look at all the comments, reply to every single one of them. Let's see how often my friends tease me tonight. Like I said, please go into the description of this concert and check out the Tobias Tree Foundation. A good friend of mine started this foundation to help as a way to improve the communication, and that is one of the main things, one of the best ways I think that we could help. And also, if you find it easier, you could just swish me, and a good portion of those donations will go to the to that foundation too. And Swish, I wonder what that is in the US. It's an app to just make easy transfers. And there's also an international bank number there for the Tobias Tree Foundation. So thanks once again. This has been really, really nice. And stay healthy. I want to give a shout out to Frederick, our friend. He's dealing with Corona, but he is on the mend. So that's really great. So strength and love to everybody. And here's the last song. It's called Another Love Song. I think I need one more swig of water. Skål, Lachaim. Right. Slightly out of tune. Okay. Can you see the guitar? Like that? Try hard to get this perfect. All right. You think there were enough love songs, but the thing about love is it just goes on and on. There's no stopping love, it's just like time. That's why I'm here singing you these lines. And it's been too long since I wrote you a song. Won't have to wait this long again, I swear. Though you may not think I care, I'm just disorganized. Perhaps that's why you married me, it's the artist within. Just want you to know that I love you so. Wouldn't trade you for no other. You're my lover and the mother of our kids. And there's a reason for all these songs. Stick around now, it won't be long. For I write another dozen or two. I'll be writing till I'm blind just for you. You think the cup of love gets full when the going gets rough. We're stubborn as two bulls. Friendship is the ground of our romance. It's a yellow flower at the center of romance. And it's been too long since I wrote you a song. Won't have to wait this long again, I swear. Though you may not think I care, I'm just disorganized. Perhaps that's why you married me, it's the artist within. Just want you to know that I love you so. Wouldn't trade you for no other. You're my lover and the mother of our kids. There's a reason for all these songs. Stick around now, it won't be long. For I write another dozen or two. I'll be writing till I'm blind just for you. And there's a reason for all these songs. Stick around now, it won't be long. For I write another dozen or two. I'll be writing till I'm blind just for you. I'll be writing till I'm blind just for you. I'll be writing till I'm blind just for you. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or day. And like I said, check out. Here, let me see if I can get really close to this camera now. Check out the website and the Facebook page if you liked what you heard. Feel free to spread the word about my music. And thank you so much once again. This was really fun and interesting. And I'm gonna reply to everybody later tonight. Peace, love, and understanding, and health and happiness to everybody. Bye bye. How do I end this? This is the end of every single live thing I've seen. They say, how do you end this? There it is.